Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Ponderables. Today, I'm going to be talking about a very, very important topic. Today, I'll be talking about racism and my own personal encounter with a philosophy I call a racist philosophy. Not everybody will agree with what I'm going to be talking about today, or even my opinions today, but that is fine because that's the beauty of the internet. It's a democratic place where you can choose to agree or disagree on people's personal opinions. As long as we are respectful when we encounter opinions that are divergent from our own opinions. Broadly speaking, people should not judge an ethnic group or an ethnic nationality based on the behavior of one single person. So you have people going around and framing a particular group of people using a particular terminology based on their encounter or experience with somebody. So you may meet somebody who is racist towards you today from a particular ethnic group. That doesn't mean someone else from that ethnic group will not be of help to you in the future. And you may meet somebody who is extremely nice to you today from a particular ethnic group. Does not mean that you will not experience racism towards you from another person from that same ethnic group. So we should be careful not to fall into the trap of generalizations. Broadly speaking, I will look at this from three categories. I usually categorize people, when it comes to racism, I categorize people into three. There are two that are the extremes, and there is one that is in the middle. Now, the first extreme that I will talk about is those who deny that there is anything called racism. As part of this group, you have racists as well, because there are racists who think everything is perfect in the world and there is no racism towards any group. We're all living happily and there is, lovey-dovey across all ethnic groups. Of course, we all know that this is a fallacy. And unfortunately, among this group of people, you have some black people as well who have probably never experienced racism in their lives, or have never experienced a structure where there are racist tendencies or there are racist philosophies. You have many Africans who come to maybe America or Canada when they're much older and they've never gone through the system before, and so they judge the system based on where they are coming from, and they say, if somebody is being racist towards you, maybe you deserve it. Sometimes people say that. I've heard that before. Or, oh, African Americans are so lazy, that's why they're always crying about racism every day. But that's not necessarily true. I used to belong to that category because I came to North America in 2004, and my mentality was, as long as I work hard, as long as I do the right things and stay away from crime, I will not experience racism. But that has turned out not to be the case for me. I will talk about my personal experience that changed my paradigm. There was a paradigm shift for me when that happened. And there is the other extreme as well, where people are obsessed with racism. They are obsessed. Every single thing that happens to them, they blame it on racism. Whereas sometimes some of those things are legitimate, reactions or legitimate things that happen to them as a result of maybe making the wrong decisions or doing the wrong things. Somebody gives you, a constructive feedback, for instance, and all of a sudden, because it's coming from a white person, you say, oh, this person is racist towards me, but it may just be constructive and be helpful to you, so why not just listen? So there are those people who are absolutely obsessed with racism, and that has limited their careers, it has limited their advancement in life, it has limited a lot of things, because they are always looking out for who is being racist towards me here, rather than focusing on what is important. And the middle group, which I belong to, is a group that is not obsessed with racism. If you're a racist, great for you. I hope I can convince you that that black people are great. They are hardworking as well. I hope I can be one of those people that will convince you that is the case. And if you're not convinced, then so be it. But I also, I sometimes I identify racism, but it takes me a while before I can actually put that label on somebody, because it has to be a continuous thing that for me to actually say, this person, I think this person is a racist. So it takes a lot of effort for somebody to put me in that place where I say this is racist behavior. Otherwise, I'm just focused on my work. I'm focused on my life. I'm focused on raising my family. I'm focused on doing the right thing in the society. I'm just focused on, going in the direction that God has placed me. If you encounter racism in any way, shape, or form, I would say, be calm and don't overreact, because sometimes people overreact to other people's racist behavior towards them, and they end up destroying a lot of things. Say, for instance, you encounter a cop or a policeman who has been racist towards you. This has led to a loss of lives, right? So you have to be extremely careful. Just listen and obey every instruction that you're given by the police, and don't do anything stupid, because you have a wife, you have a family, you have siblings, and people who are waiting on you at home to stay alive. So your goal should be to stay alive and listen to every instruction and carry out every single instruction that you've been given by the police. Do not do anything stupid when you encounter the police and you may have genuine reasons to believe that this person has been racist towards you. Just be calm, all right? There may be instances where people attack you, like people are attacking, there are racists all over attacking Asians right now, and it's just so sad and sorrowful that this is happening towards a particular race of people. Now, black people have been experiencing this for many, 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 many years, and many other ethnic nationalities have been experiencing this for many, 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 many years. If you ever find yourself in that kind of situation, try to record it if you can, or get somebody to record the encounter, and please reach out to the authorities, reach out to the police, especially in a case where there is serious threat of bodily harm. You want to reach out to authorities. The police get a very bad rap, but their work is very difficult. Sometimes they are really stressed. I would never want to be a policeman, because I'm going to be stressed all the time. And so please understand that the police, they are there to help the society as well. They are there to help people. There may be, a few bad eggs here and there, but for the most part, the police is there to help you. So reach out to them if you ever feel that there is any threat to your life from racist people around you. So let me talk about my own encounter. So I told you I was in that group of Africans who usually come to North America and have this chip on their shoulders, where they say, I have white friends, I have friends from all over the world and different parts of the world, and I cannot experience racism because I'm very smart, I'm very jovial, I talk to people and I have a great time with people generally, and I'm the fun person. I used to be that fun person at the party. So I was in Canada for a while, from 2004 to around 2011. I was going through my grad education. I completed my master's and my PhD, and I got a job somewhere in Quebec, Montreal, Canada. And later on, I got a job in the U.S. to go work in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I had a house in Canada. I was not going to buy another house in the United States, so I wanted to rent. And I was exchanging email back and forth with this potential landlord. Or landlady, if we were to be more accurate. And so we exchanged emails, and she said, you know, come check the place out. And I drove there. And I knocked at the door, and she came out, and there was shock on her face. I was like, what's so shocking? I mean, am I dressed in a horrible way? Because I was well dressed, and I was driving a nice BMW. At that time, you know, I could afford to drive a BMW. I had a very good job. And so I was wondering why the shock on her face. And the first words that came out of her mouth were, "You are black." I just looked around, like, what is she talking about? And she said, "I can't rent to you because you're black." At that moment, there was so much shock within my system. I was shocked beyond imagination, shocked beyond belief, that I just quietly walked back to my car. And remembering this actually triggers a lot of emotions, because I was quite emotional when I got home, because I started crying. Like, why would somebody tell me they cannot rent me a place in their house just because of the color of my skin? So I was shocked, and I drove home. That encounter kept replaying in my mind, and then I got to the temporary apartment that I was staying in. I was staying in a temporary apartment, looking for some place a little bit more permanent. And I got there, and I cried. After crying, I now sent an email to her. I mean, you know, what was that all about? You know, and we had a back and forth exchange. I have those emails up till today, and this happened in 2011. I have those emails up to today. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to show the emails to my kids. Maybe one of these days I will show them on one of the episodes of the Ponderables. But that really changed my mentality, and you know, I thank God that I was healed from that encounter, because that could have made my future encounters with people from that particular ethnic nationality, could have really damaged my relationships with other people from that particular ethnic nationality, because I would think everybody thinks of me the same way, that they can't live with me just because of the color of my skin. But I was able to snap out of it. Went back to work the next day, and just kept working. I mean, you know, all I could rely on at that particular point in time were my skills, and also growing my skills at work, and showing that I deserve to have the job that I have. I deserve to live in this society. I deserve to be part of this society. All right. So, and you know, if you're experiencing racism wherever you are, either you know, even if it's at work, I will encourage you not to overreact, because even at work there are times that people will be racist towards you. Choose not to overreact. Choose to continue to evolve with your skills, because one thing that people cannot deny is the fact that you're really good at your work, and that you're able to break down, you know, all of the racist stereotypes that people have towards, for instance, black people, that black people are lazy, black people they come late to meetings. Break those barriers. Make sure you're one of those black people who ensure that you are breaking racist stereotypes about black people. So if they say black people come late to work, make sure you're the first to be at every meeting, just to tell people that not every black person is like that. If people say black people are thugs, show them that, you know, this is my family, this is who I am. I'm not a thug. I'm a complete human being who is also a functioning member of this society, and I pay my taxes. So if you encounter a situation where there is racism, if you can record it, great, so that you can show other people. And if there is violence or threat of violence, run for your dear life. If it's with the police, be calm, listen to them, and follow every single instruction that they give to you, because they have the right to shoot you if they feel threatened. And so racism should not limit you. It should not limit your children. You should teach your children to have a balanced perspective, not to be extreme in one way or the other, not to be totally obsessed with racist ideologies or racist philosophies, that they cannot function in society, that they cannot be part of the productive society. Don't teach them to be, on the other extreme, where they think the world is perfect. No, the world is not perfect. You will meet bad people here and there. And also teach your children not to judge a whole group based on the behavior of a single person, because that's where all these racist ideologies come from. Somebody meets a black person who behaved badly to them, and all of a sudden all black people are like this. I mean, that's just stupid, right? So I hope you've learned one or two things from this quick discussion today. But stay calm, keep being prayerful, and God be with you and God bless you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.